Hey guys, it's DPX. Welcome back to another episode of DPX Talks for about an hour. If you didn't listen to the last two, there was Pat Toad and there was Slash in those last two. Now I got my boy Ramkit with me.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, and how you doing, Ramkit?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Uh, let's just get right into this. Very recently, multiple YouTubers like Game Explain and like Nintendo Wire and Nairo all had access to Smash Ultimate and released footage of new Classic mode and World of Light. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, first of all, for the World of Light thing, I'm really curious and I'm kind of cautiously optimistic about how fun it will be because all I remember is that in Brawl, the story mode was not that good. The Subspace Emissary,
The story mode was good for what it is.
For what it was, but I mean, it wasn't like super duper like.
Yeah, but I mean,
it could have been a lot better. So we'll see how this is.
Yeah, and I've actually seen like opening scenes and stuff. That opening scene at the beginning of the World of Light trailer is actually the opening scene, kind of the opening scene for the actual mode. And what are your thoughts on classic mode?
That's something I'm really excited about. I think it's the whole thing of how now it'll be kind of predetermined for based on which character, and it will be like basically whatever character you choose, that will be the path they take. It'll be a set path. That seems really cool to me.
Yeah.
Like with Ryu, they're doing like if you play as him, then every single match is stamina because that's just like
that's really
Street
cool
Fighter game. So that's a cool little addition.
Yeah, because he's from a fighting game and those are stamina. So I didn't actually get to ask you about this before. What are your thoughts on like Piranha Plant?
I mean,
it's crazy. Piranha Plant.
Well,
it just shows that Sakurai. That should be. That's all I should say, really.
I mean, did you ever think Villager would be a playable character?
Well, I was pretty young before he was revealed, so I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't get to think.
I mean, I'm sure he'll be a fun character.
Yeah,
you can use Duck Hunt Dog. You can pick anything.
People are like upset that Piranha Plant's in it. Calm down. I mean,
it's not a big deal.
And there are like 69 other characters you can pick.
And
which brings this game up to 70 characters. But like if you separate all the characters, that makes it like 75. But plus the 5 more DLC characters, that makes it 80 characters. An 80 character roster.
Yeah,
that's insane.
And if you don't like one of the characters, then play as the other.
You have 79 other characters, including Echo Fighters. That's what I meant by separating all the characters. Yeah, this is my third podcast, and all 3 of them I've talked about Smash Ultimate. So yeah, anything else you'd like to say on the modes? The game, the gameplay does look pretty cool. With the World of Light, I'd say it seems like a line to unlock like all the characters.
Yeah, either that or I guess classic mode now.
Yeah, I have a feeling both of them are ways to unlock characters.
So DPX, who are you looking to main when you?
That was actually one of my questions I got on one of my other podcasts. So I was thinking of, I'm looking to main Simon Belmont or Incineroar actually looks pretty fun, but probably Simon Belmont, or Richter. I mean, they're the same. Because they're, I don't know. He just seems unique and everything. And every time every time a new Smash game comes out, I always pick a newcomer as my main. So this one's probably going to be Simon Belmont. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, Incineroar looks really cool. I'd like to try playing as him. I'll probably try every single character though, just to get a
Yeah.
feel for all of them before I really pick one.
Mhm.
But yeah, the hype is real.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Sony skipping E3 2019. Now this is somewhat old news. At the time of recording this, it's been announced for quite a while, but I think it's still worth talking about. Um, like this is have Sony ever skipped E3 before? I don't think they have.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a weird decision.
and that I don't remember exactly what they said, but they said something uh like how like they basically want to save money and not spend it on E3, but that's like I don't know.
I mean, E3 is one of like the biggest times to advertise your new game, so that's kind of a weird decision.
Yeah, but I can sort of see like Sony doesn't have too much to announce though. Like not too much things that they announced at E3 2018, this year's E3. Not too many things that they announced then were stuff that hadn't been announced. Like not a lot of it were new things. I mean, you had a Resident Evil 2 remake, and you had Control, and that's it. Um, so yeah. Let's see. Next year they got like I don't know what. I don't even know if they got anything confirmed for 2019. No, they got Days Gone.
Mm.
Sorry about that noise if you've heard that in the background. But I know they have Days Gone. Um, and they got, let's see, The Last of Us Remastered, I guess, but it's not confirmed for a 2019 release date. And there's Death Stranding, which is the same deal, and Ghost of Tsushima, which is also the same deal. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, Ramkit?
On how there is just not that many huge games.
That and just Sony skipping E3 in general.
I mean, yeah, it's just kind of a weird decision, just because of how big and how I guess even important E3 is.
Yeah, like yeah, and even like Nintendo were like, we're sharing plans for E3, and Microsoft were, but then Sony's like, yeah, I don't think we're doing that this year, and it's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any uh, what specific things do you want to talk about? Anything you have to say about anything?
I mean, there's been a lot of games coming out. I mean, the two biggest ones have been in just the past, I guess, month: Red Dead and Fallout 76. And
Ooh,
oh boy, Fallout
Fallout.
76. How?
I actually haven't gotten it yet. I might.
Neither have I,
I
but I
might.
really don't know if I want to.
I might because of stuff that I probably shouldn't share. But people have been shitting on Fallout 76, and from what I've heard, for good reason. Like it's not too often that you see Bethesda messing something up like this. Last time they've like the last time that they've had like a huge flop, at least at release, was like Elder Scrolls Online, but that has become a lot better.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe Bethesda will release a lot of stuff for Fallout 76.
Yeah, but like
but
they released a beta where many problems were present, and from what I've heard, none of those problems were fixed in the actual game. So
yeah, I guess Bethesda's not having a lot of luck with their online games.
yeah, but people are saying now like, oh, Bethesda that's had a pretty bad 2018. Well, yeah, have had a pretty bad 2018, but that's because this is their only game that they've released this year, unless you count Elder Scrolls Somerset, which is just an expansion to Elder Scrolls Online. But this got some guy to want to return his copy of Fallout 76 to GameStop, and he didn't want trade credit or anything. He wanted his $60 back.
We all know how GameStop works with returning.
But he didn't have
games.
he didn't have his receipt.
Yeah.
So they couldn't do anything about it. Well, he reacted normally and just trashed the whole GameStop. Okay,
Normal reaction.
I don't know what to say about this. Honestly, shout out to Brian from GameStop. You can hear him say his name after he takes a call right after all that. Shout out to him for keeping his cool during it. He did not get mad or anything. It was you can probably just go on YouTube and search up "Guy Destroys GameStop" or "GameStop Return Policy Rage" or something like that, and you'll find you'll find that yeah. What are your thoughts? What do you have to say about it?
I mean, I guess it's kind of funny, I guess, but it really just shows how Fallout 76 was just a major flaw.
Yeah, I've even heard other people say they want to react like that, but of course they can't. You don't do that.
And I mean, yeah, I guess it just shows that maybe online games aren't the best thing for Bethesda right now.
Yeah, they're next year looks good for them with Rage 2 and Wolfenstein Youngblood, and their no gameplay shown Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield. Things are looking good, but this year was just a bump in the road for them.
Yeah.
And for Black Friday, which was only about 2 weeks after it came out, it was already on store shelves for $35, which is probably a lot better. It should be that much. It should have released that much. It was almost like an early access game. Yeah, I don't know.
And I mean, I guess it came out a little while. It came out about exactly a month ago. But the game, that it's either you would get Fallout 76 or Red Dead Redemption 2. And
yeah, I mean,
based on just it seems that there's a huge difference in quality between the two games.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten Red Dead.
I got it. You should get it.
I need it.
And there's Red Dead Online coming out, which is a lot of people are hyped for.
Yeah, and then you got Fallout Online.
People are not hyped for.
So yeah. Next up, so this was actually sort of discussed recently by the people who started this conflict. Pat the NES Punk, a rather, I don't know, semi-popular YouTuber. He doesn't have he's not in the millions, which is fine. I'm not saying, oh, you're stupid, you don't have that many. I don't even have close to that many, so. But he's got a following. He has his own podcast called the CU Podcast, and does it with his friend Ian, where they just talk about recent stuff in video games or sometimes movies or even YouTube drama, but mostly video games. And as we talked about it in the last, in the last podcast. Well, Ramkit wasn't here, but as I talked about it with Pat Toad, there's Diablo Immortal, which fans did not like. And I even remember saying people that are saying it's a slap in the face. Shut up. I probably shouldn't have said shut up. that if you're listening to this and you listened to that and you got offended over that, I apologize. But Pat and Ian took it a few steps too far and completely trashed and shat on um like people that are upset about Diablo Immortal, like completely, and it's like and they received backlash for giving their thoughts on Backlash.
Backlashception.
So Ramkit, I know you're not overly informed about this, but what are your thoughts on what I just said?
I mean,
It's like this is their audience, and he's calling them like entitled babies and shit.
I mean, with like any game, everyone has their opinions, and everything is subjective. Opinions are subjective. One thing that you think might be completely different in someone else's mind. So maybe I don't know too much of what they did. Maybe that's a little bit extreme, but I also don't even know that much about Diablo Immortal. So
Yeah. They recently made another podcast where one of the first things they talked about was that issue. They didn't really even apologize either, which was
because they think they're right with their opinion, and they
but
are
like
right with their opinion because that's their opinion.
yeah, but like no.
That's how the
What they
subjectivity
should
works.
apologize for though is like even like afterwards, after they made that video, people were tweeting. I don't know if it was to them or they were just tweeting in general about how they uh, disagree with their opinion, which is all right. But then Pat kept tweeting back at them and just kept like not doubling down and kept making things worse and worse and
Yeah,
worse.
that's
And he didn't
understandable.
apologize or anything, which I sort of but like it should be thrown in the past. It's like people kept saying that destroyed his YouTube career. It did not. Trust me. He still has his following. He should just sort of watch what he says on YouTube. Any last words on that, Ramkit?
Not much. No.
Okay. Um. Uh. Anything else you want to ask me?
I guess we can just briefly mention the Deadpool.
Once
Once
upon
Upon
a
a
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Apparently, it's just a re-release of Deadpool in theaters for some reason. That's a PG-13 version of Deadpool for the holidays. It's strange, but I think it's good for
For the kiddos.
yeah. But you can't have a Deadpool movie that's rated R. That's not rated R. Sorry, it just doesn't work.
Is it a complete re-release, or are they like? Well, I don't like. I know they're changing things, but are they changing like the story at all, or not even?
I don't think they're changing the story. I'm not sure.
Because I mean, we already know Ryan Reynolds has his Detective Pikachu coming up, which was discussed already. But
Yeah. You want to briefly talk about that?
sure,
What are your thoughts on that?
not what I was expecting,
Uh,
and
it
like
looks actually kind of good.
that's even more surprising to be
Like,
honest.
even if I hear it's bad, that's gonna be the one thing that I'll probably end up seeing, even if I hear it's bad. Cause like, if it was just a normal Pokemon movie, I wouldn't want to see it. But I'll see this because this looks like weird.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds is really
Yeah, a
great
lot of
actor,
people wanted
so.
Danny DeVito as Detective Pikachu. Um, that would have been cool, but it was not gonna happen. I feel like Ryan Reynolds was always like, yeah. Um, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it looks. It'll probably be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be funny.
I remember looking up
Good.
movies 2019, and I saw a list of things, and it turns out Detective Pikachu was not the only movie. Was not the only video movie based off of a video game. There's also a Sonic the Hedgehog movie
Wait, there's a Sonic the Hedgehog movie
coming out next year,
Oh God!
but there's no trailer or anything.
Is the cast picked?
I don't know. I think one person, I think as Sonic, was picked.
I mean, the Sonic TV shows they're okay, I guess.
But a Sonic movie? There actually was a Sonic movie in like 1999 that I think is a guilty pleasure. No one talks about it.
But in general, video game movies are.
Yeah, I can think of like.
I can't think of any like really good ones.
Well, I could the ones I can think of that are really good are ones not even based off a specific video game. You got Wreck-It Ralph.
That doesn't really count.
And you got Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean,
like the ones that are
people
really...
say Ready Player One is based off a video game. Not
it's based
really.
off a book. It's
and the book is sort of based off of a fake video game.
Yeah, it's like, and I mean, we all know that the Super Mario Bros. Movie was a work of art. And
yeah. To be honest, I think the only like actually decent...
The Mortal Kombat movies were fantastic.
The only actually decent movie based off of an actual video game, like strictly based off a video game, was Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the one with Angelina Jolie. That one was actually decent.
Yeah.
Like if you compare it to all the other ones,
I wouldn't classify it as good though.
If you compare it to all the other ones, it's like amazing.
True.
I don't know about any of the other Tomb Raider movies. I haven't really seen them. Especially the one this year, but I heard it wasn't that good.
And I guess the other recent video game movie was Assassin's Creed, which was a few years ago. That was,
and there was Rampage as well, which I actually wanted to see. I don't know if that was good or not, to be honest.
I heard it was kind of, mediocre, but...
I only read one review of it, and that was IGN, who are known for having somewhat interesting reviews. Yeah.
I guess here's a random question, but if you had to pick one video game story to make a movie about, what would you pick?
Ooh. Not quite sure what can make a good movie.
Maybe The Last of Us? I don't know.
The Last of Us could make a good movie.
Like
honestly, Duke Nukem could make a good movie.
Didn't they do a Duke Nukem?
No, they're doing a Duke Nukem movie.
Like a fun action movie.
They're doing a Duke Nukem movie now for some reason. And it's starring John Cena as Duke Nukem.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
That's like the problem, though. John Cena as Duke Nukem. Like, if he just dyed his hair and put on sunglasses, and yeah, he looked like Duke Nukem. But can you, like, imagine John Cena delivering all those one-liners?
If there was one person that had to be Duke Nukem, I don't know. John Cena can probably do it.
But, like, he'll look the part, but... I mean, no, he cannot deliver those one-liners.
We'll see.
The only thing he'll say is, like, never give up and you can't see me.
Those are one-liners. He has one-liner practice.
Yeah. But, yeah, The Last of Us would make an actually good movie. You know they're making a Monster Hunter movie that will involve parallel universes? And they're making an Illumination, the company behind the Minions, is making a Mario movie.
Yeah, I've heard about the Mario movie.
And did you know that Larry Kazanov, I think his name is, who's the director of Food Fight, is making a Tetris trilogy? I'm not kidding.
You can go see that, folks. That'll be a fantastic trilogy.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Food Fight. It's gonna It's gonna supposed to come out in 2023, but then but no, all the files will be stolen, and it'll come out in like 2000 and
2040.
yeah, that's sort of what happened with Food Fight.
But I mean, speaking of Illumination, what are your thoughts of? Have you seen The Grinch yet?
Nope,
Because
and I do
it's
not.
spun pretty well at the box office.
Yeah,
It's made a lot of money.
I hope you know that every Illumination movie,
obviously.
because
And it's
Illumination,
The Grinch, so.
Illumination always they don't spend so much money on an actual budget for a good movie. They spend more money on advertising, which is why all their movies you see everywhere.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, it gets people to see them.
It gets the money, so.
And now they don't have any original movies planned. Like, I know they have Secret Life of Pets 2 coming out next year. Then they have, like, Sing 2, Minions 2, Despicable Me 4, and they have the Super Mario Brothers movie, which isn't a sequel, but it's based off of something. So, yeah. The question you asked me, I didn't really answer that question, though. Half-Life would actually make a good movie.
Yeah.
If you think about it. Imagine Robert Downey Jr. as fucking Gordon Freeman.
Yeah, they'd only have to do 2 movies now.
Ha. They don't even really need 2 movies. 1 movie would be fine, really. What about you? What video game?
Yeah, The Last of Us, or.
Yeah, I'd say The Last of Us or Half-Life, or the Mass Effect is another one.
Yeah.
I like how Hollywood always makes movies of video games that don't make good movies, but not any of them that would make good movies.
Like the ones that are actually narrative based that have really good stories.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about video game movies. One more thing, video game movies have gotten my attention recently. I have another top 10 in my mind that isn't that, but after that, I think my top 10, I have 2 more top 10s. One of them, I think, will be top 10 worst movies based off of video games. So I hope you guys will be...
Hard list to make, because there's so many options.
Nintendo always gotta be so fucking protective of their shit. Yeah, recently that they took a company, or rather emulation website, Love ROMs, to court, and it sort of went quiet. Like, this happened like before my hiatus that I take during the summer. And yeah, and it was sort of like it was sort of not really talked about, but up until very recently, where Nintendo won the lawsuit, and it was $12 million. Now, sure, the Love ROMs has like advertisements on their website, so they do make money, but they don't make $12 million. So, god damn it, Nintendo! Like, if you can't if you can't publish your old Nintendo games aside from the NES games on your Nintendo Online service, but even then have the rest of the service be completely messed up and everything, you should expect people to want to get ROMs of your games.
I know. And I mean, they got $12 million. They took down a major website, so that's good for them. But there are so many ROMs, so many ways to get them, that in the end, it's really impossible to like stop the entire internet from.
No, but what other
these games.
what other emulator websites have been doing are either shutting down or just removing all Nintendo websites. What the fuck? All Nintendo ROMs and emulators. Like Emu Paradise, which then they like shut down. I mean, like, you can still visit their website, but you can't download anything on there. Same with like the ISO Zone and can't really think of any others.
But there will be smaller ones. You'll always be able to get a ROM of a Nintendo game.
There are definitely other.
There's no way to stop it with the vastness of the internet.
There are definitely other ROM websites that exist that are still good. In fact, I'm going to say this right now. I'll probably never mention this again, but when you see me record gameplay for a video, if it's a game on the NES or SNES or Genesis or one of those retro consoles, I use emulators just because I don't have a way to film it anywhere else. But fucking Nintendo hates people that just want to play their old games.
Without making them easily accessible anymore.
Yeah.
So, good old Nintendo.
Yeah. Let's talk about Aquaman. We got actually a few things to say about Aquaman. First of all, newest trailer dropped, and it looks really good. I'm holding out hope for this movie to be good. I really want it to be good. Ramkit is on the Aquaman sucks side of things.
I mean, I hope it'll be good, but just all these DC movies.
I mean the Aquaman character. He's on the Aquaman character sucks side.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he can control water, but he kind of
argue in the comments.
He had an orange shirt and green pants, and he talked to fish.
Like if you had that costume in these movies, it would just look so.
Yeah, I know. But about the movie, just DC has such a bad record.
But no. It's not the DC EU anymore. It's like DC World or something.
Mm-hmm. And then like all their there's no more Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck quit.
Yeah.
So,
however, Gal Gadot and Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa, of course, are staying.
Yeah, but those are the two big heroes.
Yeah, but the movie actually does look really good, just because it's not all like grim and dark like how all the other DC movies have been, with the exception of Wonder Woman, of course. And well, there's an announcement that you can see Aquaman early with Amazon Prime. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, how early is it? Because a lot of, I'm
honestly not sure.
Everyone has Amazon Prime at this point. Should, just how big Amazon is, but. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a week early, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely use that. I don't know if it gives you free tickets or something.
Or you can watch it off of.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I don't think so though.
No,
it'll probably
free code or something.
It'll probably give you to it'll probably bring you to a free screening of the movie.
Yeah.
Or
maybe you pay. Maybe it's discounted and early. Maybe it's not discounted. Who knows?
Yeah. So yeah.
So I mean, I guess along with Aquaman, that's the big DC movie, but there's also there's 2 Marvel movies coming out. They're not that big, just Captain Marvel and Avengers Infinity War Part 2 and Avengers 4. And I guess in Avengers we'll see how everyone magically gets back after they were all snapped away, but Wonder Woman seems pretty not Wonder Woman. Captain Marvel seems pretty fun, and that'll be, I think that's the first Marvel movie where it's a female lead, so that's, I guess, pretty cool. But, I mean, yeah, DC is not looking too good with all their movies. Aquaman might be okay, but Marvel's doing really good right now. And, I mean, for another big movie that's coming out, we just had the teaser trailer for Toy Story 4, and DPX, what are your thoughts on Toy Story 4? What are your thoughts on Toy Story 4?
I actually covered it in the last podcast. Only the first trailer, though.
We can talk about it a little bit.
it's actually kind of like with the first trailer, that Fork dude. That his thing is actually kind of dark. He doesn't want to be alive.
Wait, yeah, and I mean, there was also. Did you discuss that Woody poster? There is a poster where it was like.
Oh yeah,
it was,
yeah.
where
he's like saying goodbye or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't.
Many people
maybe
think
he'll
he's gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be really sad, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
The day after the first episode, or not the first episode, the episode where me and Pat Toad talked about the first trailer, literally the day after we talked about that, the second teaser trailer dropped. Have you seen that? The one with like the bears?
I don't know. I don't think I might have seen like part of. I don't think I saw.
It was just it was just two bears. They call themselves the I Don't Care Bears. Just pretty much breaking the fourth wall and just talking about Toy Story, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you haven't seen it.
I'll be sure to check it out.
Anything else you want to talk about
in terms of like Toy Story?
In terms of anything.
I guess. So, there are a few games that are coming out or coming out soon, have already come out. Are you looking to get Just Cause 4?
It comes out the same week as Smash.
Not right away, obviously. But like, that's not very smart for them. But
I'll definitely get it.
Yeah. I don't know why. That's another Horizon Zero Dawn situation. But
well, if they like delayed the game, I haven't heard anything about the game. I haven't been following the game at
Probably because it's the same week as Smash. But I mean, yeah, that'll definitely be a game that'll be worth it to check out. But I mean, it just seems kind of weird that they're doing the exact same thing as Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild, where Horizon Zero Dawn came out a few days before Breath of the Wild, and it was this fantastic game that everyone talked about. Game of the year, and then a few days later, no one really cares about it at all.
Yeah, but like he's talking about Horizon. Yeah, but
Horizon was Breath of the Wild.
Horizon was more just Breath of the Wild for PS4 owners.
Yeah, but I mean, Breath of the Wild took over once.
Yeah, but
Horizon
the Just Cause and Smash are two completely different types of games.
That's true, but it's still kind of two major AAA games.
I'll definitely get Just Cause 4 at some point. Maybe I can get it for Christmas. Yeah. I got one more topic I want to talk about that's on the list of topics. Then after that, we can just go freestyle. I like my use of the word freestyle there. Got this huge amiibo bundle. It has 63 amiibos inside of it. Like I can probably pull up in
how much money is it?
I don't know.
Wow.
You tell them what you think about it as I try pulling up the photo.
I mean, amiibos, I guess they're still popular, but like for a while,
they're gonna get more popular with the release of Smash Ultimate because they're also restocking many other amiibos.
But I mean, in the good old days of the horrible, no one bought it Wii U, it was kind of the amiibos that kept Nintendo above the water that made them not go bankrupt. But I mean, I guess it just shows how it's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
How they're trying to get it back, and how with Super Smash Bros. They'll be much more
I'm willing to argue that amiibos were never dead. Blah.
I'm not saying they were dead. They showed a huge, drop. And then they were
huge with Smash, but then they showed a drop with Animal Crossing, but then they showed another rise with. Sorry about that, guys. They showed another rise with the Breath of the Wild amiibos.
Yeah. But I mean, now it'll be like you won't just get free stuff with an amiibo. It'll be
And in fact, with spirits, which is, I know you don't really know much about it, but like
The new trophies, kind of.
yeah, but in Smash Ultimate, like you can actually use characters like amiibos that aren't characters in Smash, uh, that aren't characters in Smash, but are spirits in Smash. You can actually, like, let's say Tom Nook, you can actually use his amiibo to power up a spirit, a Tom Nook spirit in Smash Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's no
He's
Tom
not
Nook Smash amiibo, which is really cool.
That is cool. But I mean, yeah, I guess it's coming out December 7th, and we're all hyped.
Ideally, I would love to get the bundle that comes with the
Amiibos?
not the amiibos. There's no bundle.
The Piranha Plant?
No, there's no bundle that comes with Piranha Plant either. The one that comes with the whatchamacallit, the Pro controller, the Smash style Pro controller with the steelbook case for Smash Ultimate. Because like, sure, I have the GameCube controller, but like, let's say I take my Switch with me and I play Smash. I can't use the GameCube controller if I take it with me. If I'm like in a car or at school or something. So I'm gonna need to. I don't want to use the Joy Cons though. Maybe that'll be better. I'll have to see that for myself.
I mean, I'm with Super Smash Bros. With the Wii U. I was fine using the whatever it's called. I completely the gamepad. I completely forgot what it was called.
The gamepad did kind of suck.
It did suck, but it was fine. Like, so I mean, it would be cool to have a remote, but I guess using the Joy Cons is fine as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to. This may be a bit stupid of me to do, but I will read off every single amiibo that comes with that bundle. Okay, here we go. So in that bundle, it has all the has just about every Smash Brothers.
How much is it?
It doesn't say. It doesn't have every single amiibo confirmed. Like, I'll get to that after I'm done reading.
I mean, it's got 63, and that's like.
That's such an odd number, though.
6 characters left.
There's Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu, Luigi, Ness, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff, Peach, Bowser, Ice Climbers, Sheik, Zelda, Dr. Mario, Marth, Lucina, Ganondorf, that's Mewtwo, Roy, Mr. Game & Watch, Meta Knight, Pit, Dark Pit, Zero Suit Samus, Wario, Ike, Charizard. I wonder what they're going to do with Charizard's amiibo. Like, if they're going to do Pokemon Trainer amiibo, and if they do, if it's going to be, there's going to be a Squirtle amiibo and an Ivysaur amiibo. I don't know what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Got Diddy Kong, Lucas, Sonic, King DDD, Olimar, Lucario, Rob, and it seems to be his Famicom color. They released both the Famicom and NES color. I got both. I'm lucky. We got Toon Link, Wolf, Villager, Mega Man, Wii Fit Trainer, Rosalina and Luma, Little Mac, Greninja, Palutena, Pac-Man, Robin, Shulk, Bowser Jr., we got Duck Hunt, Ryu, Cloud Player 2, which is his alternate costume, Corrin Player 2, which is female Corrin, Bayonetta Player 2, which is Bayonetta's alternate costume, Inkling, Ridley, King K. Rool, and Piranha Plant. So yeah, there's definitely way more than that confirmed. Like, there's a Young Link amiibo, and a Pichu amiibo, and a Ken, and a Isabelle, and a Daisy amiibo, all confirmed, but they aren't on that list for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, that's huge. That's a huge amiibo bundle. I'm obviously not going to get that because I already have a lot of the amiibos that are in that bundle. And it's like a lot of money, probably. I were to guess.
Yeah. $100, so more or less?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. So what else you want to talk about? What else?
So we're coming. It's like almost December, so we got 1 month left in the year, and I guess just in your opinion, what are a few games that could win Game of the Year?
Oh, so the Game Awards
Yeah.
is something that we can talk about.
And just like your personal opinion of who should get it.
Yeah, who should get it? Um, I forgot what the Game Award nominees were. Like, what made the final thing? I'll look it up. Game Award
I mean, I guess
2018
games that should definitely
nominees.
be there are
Like,
God of War.
they sorted them all by category, like game direction or sound design or performance. Just about all of them had Red Dead, God of War,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and Detroit Become Human. You go entertain them about the
Yeah,
Game
I mean,
Awards as I try to find the.
I didn't get Detroit Become Human, but I have all three of those, and
I have Spider-Man and God of War.
I thought
I need the other two.
I definitely thought God of War was gonna win. I thought it was even when I got because that came out a little earlier. When I got Spider-Man, it was really fun, but I thought God of War was a bit better. But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Red Dead might, in my
Oh,
opinion,
I'm
I
taking
had a
the.
lot more fun playing Red Dead than God of War. So I mean, they're both amazing. They're all amazing games,
I
but
think
it'll
it's
be interesting to see who wins. Is there another game, or is that it?
It's Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Celeste. I'm not sure if this is the main games of the year, but I think it is because it just says Game of the Year.
What is Celeste? An indie game?
Yeah, it's an indie game about this girl who is running away from home. I hear it has a great message about depression and stuff.
Mm.
And it's you got God of War,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, and Red Dead Redemption 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. Last year wasn't there like 5? I think last year it was like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Persona 4, no, Persona 5, no, not not Yakuza.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn and PUBG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Who do you think deserves to win?
Why do you keep saying who?
Because which game do you think deserves to win?
Since I haven't played
Based
Red
on what you
Dead,
played.
um, uh, I've actually played all these games. I don't have all these games, but I've played all of them except for Red Dead and Assassin's Creed. But from what I have, I gotta say God of War.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was a bit better than Spider-Man.
But I haven't played Red Dead yet. Fucking need that game.
Yeah, I'd say Red Dead is a better.
Yeah.
But either way is a good.
By the end of the
choice.
year, I need Red Dead, Monster Hunter World, Celeste, The Messenger, and Detroit. By the end of the year.
I just need Smash, that's all.
Well, like Smash, yeah, I'm obviously getting that. But like games that have already come out and I missed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not missing Smash. So yeah. Is there anything else you want to say? You said you wanted to say a few things about Stan Lee.
Yeah, I mean, did you discuss it?
Yeah, I did, but you can still say.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sad, but what I've heard is that
in Ralph Breaks the Internet, he actually had a cameo, which probably wasn't supposed to be probably wasn't intended to be like a send off or anything, but it's bittersweet seeing it now because he's dead.
And I'm pretty sure that in the next Marvel movies, he also they already finished filming.
He definitely has a cameo in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
definitely has a cameo in Captain Marvel.
Does he have one in Avengers?
I think Avengers 4 was already finished, so he probably does.
So that'll probably be his last. Oh my, that'll be so depressing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That'll be his last cameo.
Unless any Marvel movies not in the MCU come out before Avengers 4, like there's Dark Phoenix, I think. I don't know, I can't quite think of anything else next year outside the MCU that comes out, but maybe that comes out before. But
But it was just such a tradition that he would show up in every
and there's also
movie.
and there's also New Mutants that comes out next year.
Like the horror X.
Yeah, and apparently Silver and Black,
Oh.
which is about Black Cat and Silver and Sable. But I don't know if that's even coming out. Yeah. Anything else you gotta say about him?
No, that's all I wanted to say. Just rest in peace, and those cameos. Oh my god.
What else do you want to talk about? What are your thoughts on Rip, Gus, and Slash? Well, what was going through your mind when you were helping out with the video?
It was funny. I guess I helped out a little bit. I mean, maybe I didn't do that much, to be honest.
Yeah, he only helped out with the resources and props.
Yeah. But very, very funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're actually planning on making that a whole saga, by the way.
But I mean, one thing there was the whole controversy with Ninja. That.
Yeah, I don't quite know that much about that.
It was apparently he reported a player that he thought was on his stream and playing, and a lot of people are saying that he's kind of a tyrant almost, that he has so much power that he's just reporting people for no reason at all and getting them banned for no reason at all, even if the reports don't get them banned. So I mean, there's a lot of backlash against him.
I see now.
And he's such he's a really big figure. He's the most famous Fortnite streamer, and Fortnite
he's probably one of the biggest streamers
ever. Yeah, and
right
Fortnite
now.
is still taking over the world. So
yeah. Yeah. And there's another topic that I actually forgot to put on that list. The N64 Classic is not officially confirmed or anything. May actually be a bit may actually not come out.
Why not?
Because forgot exactly what the whole deal is. But someone in an interview with Nintendo asked about the N64 Classic, and the thing was with Reggie himself, and he said that there are no plans for the N64 Classic at the moment. I'm gonna research it for a sec.
I mean, I'd be more interested in an N64 Classic than an NES Classic, only because those are really recent games. Those are it's 1999, 2000.
Entertain them about what you think about it as I search up.
But I mean, what was it? The Super NES or the NES? It was impossible to get. Which one?
It was kind of both. The NES Classic came out and it was impossible. And then the SNES Classic came out and it was a little easier to find, but it's still not that easy.
So I mean, yeah. I guess I'm sure it'll be fun if it ever comes out and if it's easily accessible. But I mean, we'll see what happens with it. Did you find anything about it?
We got Polygon. So anything I say that sounds exactly like it's from Polygon, that's because it is, and that's my credit to Polygon. If you were hoping that Nintendo would follow its NES and SNES Classic with the miniaturized version of its N64 Classic, it just says N64. Reggie, president of Nintendo America, has some bad news. In an interview with Kotaku, Reggie said that a N64 Classic is not in our planning horizon.
Ooh.
I don't think that term has ever been used before. Planning horizon. Normally, a response like that could be interpreted as a soft deflection that Nintendo has not announced such a product and has no plans to reveal one during an interview, ostensibly, held to promote the company's holiday lineup. Nintendo could of course still release an N64 Classic at a time beyond its planning horizon, but Reggie explained why the company may not trot out a third mini version of one of its consoles. And this is in quotes by Reggie, I think. We were clear when we did the first two classic series that, for us, these were limited time opportunities that were a way for us as a business to bridge from the conclusion of Wii U as a hardware system to the launch of the Nintendo Switch. He told Reggie told Kotaku that, and also said that was the very strategic reason for we launched the NES Classic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
what are your thoughts on all that?
yeah, I'm not really. It's a little cooler than the others, but I'm still not super interested in it. In a classic event kind, really.
Yeah, it's definitely retro, but
Virtual console.
yeah. What else do you want to talk about right now? Anything else you got?
I mean, I guess for the last topics, I mean, a game that a big game that comes out next year is Cyberpunk
Ooh.
2077.
I'm not sure if it's actually coming out next year.
I thought it was. I thought it was like February.
Let me go see. Every fucking thing's coming out in February.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of hype for that.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game.
And
Cyberpunk 2077 release date. Let's see. Oh, June. Shit. I didn't even think it had a release date. Comes out in June.
Oh, I thought it was February. I don't know why. I mean,
I didn't think it had a release date. But that game looks really fun. I mean, has there been any recent stuff about it, or no? Like, is the most recent at like Gamescom or something?
I really do not know. I saw a pretty interesting article where I think the head of whatever company did it, like they
CD
also
Projekt
did, yeah, they also did The Witcher 3, where the CEO talked about like they're apparently looking at Red Dead Redemption as kind of an influence right now, and just kind of because that's enough. Cyberpunk is a huge open world game. Red Dead is a huge open world game, so they're kind of basing their launch off of that. It was a pretty cool article. But I mean, that will be a very fun game that I'm excited to get and play.
Okay.
Alright. We're nearing an hour.
Yeah, we need to hit an hour, though. We're like, we're 58 minutes in.
So yeah, I mean, just to round out what we talked about, basically, we're all excited for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah. We got Sony skips E3 for some fucking reason.
Game of the year.
Game of the year.
Win.
Pat the NES punk sort of doesn't like Diablo gamers. Nintendo being greedy and beating fucking Love ROMs in a $12 million lawsuit.
But I mean, this is just, I guess, the final topic. But have you seen Wreck-It Ralph 2 yet?
Yeah, I have. I made a review.
Oh yeah, you have. I have not seen it. I mean,
it was
sum up.
It was okay. I know a lot of people didn't like it, and for I understand why they didn't. It's because like probably one of the biggest problems with the movie is that like at one point there's one plot, and then it gets solved in like the middle of the movie, and then there's this entire other plot,
Mm.
and that other plot doesn't even really get solved. That and some of the jokes are a bit cringy. Like you can see Ralph doing the fucking backpack kid
Oh
dance,
my god.
and yeah, it's bad. However, Creed 2 I saw yesterday as well, and it was really good.
Mm. I saw Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on
And
that?
I mean, I thought it was okay. Like, I really liked Freddie Mercury. What's his name? Rami Malek, I think that's the actor.
Yeah,
And
he's a great
yeah,
Freddie Mercury because he
they,
looks exactly like him.
he does. They did the music really well, but it was paced really weird. Like, it didn't spend a lot of time on certain things it should have, and apparently
Yeah,
in real life, Queen never broke up, and that was
yeah,
like a big part of the movie. So, and they didn't even do that well. But
yeah.
I mean,
Like
it was okay. I
and
enjoyed it.
the Live Aid concert was good.
Yeah,
It was it left out a few songs. Can't quite think of what
I
exactly
thought it
left out.
covered most.
No, it left out like one or two songs.
Okay.
It was mostly faithful to the actual.
Just some of the way they altered the history, and then the way they even did that wasn't that good, and the pacing was really weird.
But it was a good movie. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
Came out.
maybe like a 6. I don't know. It was okay for me.
Mm.
I understand though, if you like it.
It was pretty good.
All right.
Any other things?
That about covers it.
Okay. Well, this was DPX Talks for about an hour. Thanks for
Tuning in.
thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of this podcast, Ramkit.
No problem. I'm happy to be here.
Mm-hmm. Once we get Gus on this, after that, I want to have one episode with me, you, Pat Toad / and Gus all in one.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome.
That'll be really fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be it for this. Enjoy, guys.